Hi, good evening guys, it's Susanna here. Hope you're well, hope you had a good day or as best as you can. I just want to talk to you guys just for a little while. It's something that I have been trying to get around to doing for quite some time, and today seemed to be a good day to do it. Today is the Mental Health Awareness Day, and we all been there where times that we've been really struggling emotionally, physically, even with our health, and of course it does have or it can have a bearing on our mental health. And I just really wanted to talk to us about really sort of looking after ourselves, or even if you're not going through anything, how about looking out for somebody, or trying to understanding the signs of mental health and knowing what to do basically. Even as women, I'm not just focusing this on women, but I know for women in particular, we are really hard on ourselves, and we try and measure ourselves up, compare ourselves to other people, because we may not look the same way, we may not be as tall, may not be as slim, may not be as successful as others. The media doesn't help that at all, because what it does, it causes us to sometimes to maybe be dissatisfied with our life because somebody else seems to be living a far more richer life than we are. But we know that in media, Facebook and all of these things, it's not always true, because people just want to show you the best side of themselves. They're not going to show you the worst. So do not fall for it basically, and don't compare yourselves to others. And it's really about loving yourself. Have some compassion even with yourself, because we are very hard on ourselves. Be compassionate to yourself, be kind to yourself, and stop judging yourself. Just because something hasn't worked doesn't mean that you're a failure, doesn't mean that you will never be successful. We go through seasons, we go through periods where sometimes everything we try doesn't work, but then we come out of the end of it. And so you can't stay in a rut. You've got to get up, brush yourself off, try again. So just be positive, practice positive self-talk. And that's something that I've learned for myself. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I have to talk to myself and tell myself, get yourself together. You're not a failure. You can make it. It's like this now, but it's not always going to be this way. And so you need to practice being nice to yourself and speaking good of yourself. Because we get people that praise us. I get people that tell me, that do give me positive affirmation. And to be honest with you, there's very few days that go by where someone doesn't say, oh wow, your hair looks good, or you look lovely, I like this, or you're so nice, blah blah blah. It's not blah blah blah, because I shouldn't take it for granted. I'm really thankful that people take the time actually to say that, and it does boost my confidence. It makes me feel good. But we need to learn, at the end of the day, it's what you actually think about yourself. Because even though some people may say something nice and positive, if you don't believe that yourself, then you're not going to feel any better. You're going to, okay, you just shrug it off, and you don't think about it, and you dismiss it really, and go back into yourself. But we be compassionate, be nice. This is all about self-care, and we're talking about mental health. It's Mental Health Awareness Day, and this whole week people are talking about it. At work, it's they said, they'll post us up at work saying, if you need to talk to somebody, come and talk to us, whether it's just 10 minutes. Sometimes 10 minutes can't always make a difference, but something, if you give somebody just 10 minutes of your time, then it can actually make a big difference. Or just take 10 minutes out of your day to send somebody a message and let them know that you're thinking about them. That can make all the difference. self-care, just rest. Pay attention to yourself. If you're a mother and you've got young children, it's not always easy to find me time, because children are constantly pulling on you. They want your attention. But if you've got a spouse or a partner, just ask them to, take over, just look after the kids for a bit, so that you can have some me time, so that you can recharge those batteries. Give yourself what you need, and sometimes it is time out. You need a break, and so you need to take positive steps to make sure that happens. If you deprive yourself of time out, then obviously that can have an effect on your mental health. So you need to make time for you. Sometimes you need support, and don't be afraid to ask for help. And that's something that I don't do easily. I'm not going to lie and pretend, that I'm good at asking for help, because I'm not. But I do have some key people in my life. There may be about 3 people at the most that I can talk to, that I can really talk to. I can let my guard down and say, look, this is the way it is. And everyone else will think that my life is absolutely perfect. But you need some people around you that you can just let your hair down, let your guard down, and just be able to speak heart to heart, and know that they're not going to take it all over the world, if you like. They're not going to go and spread your business. They are trustworthy people that you really can rely on in time of need. You need that support. There's also other charities. There's Mind. There's Cruise for Bereavement. There are charities out there. You can even go to your doctor, speak to your doctor if you're feeling low. Your doctor can refer you to different places like talking therapies, for instance. And I know that, when my sister passed, it really affected me badly. And a lot of people do not know that, because it's not something that I have really shared. But it affected me badly. Honestly, at some points I thought I was going to lose my mind. I really did, and that's the honest truth. And I spoke to my doctor. My doctor was asking me, do you want to take medication? And that isn't something that I wanted to do. I did take some sleeping tablets, but just for a short period, just so that my mind could have a rest. But I didn't want to go on any stronger medication, because obviously, people can become addicted to it. And so for me, it wasn't for me, but it might be for somebody else. Maybe that is the only way that you would be able to cope in your present situation. So don't be afraid to reach out to other people for help. I spoke to talking therapies, and for me that helped me an awful lot, just to speak to someone and open up about how I'm feeling. Yes, we've got our friends and everything like that, which is great. Sometimes you do need professional help from a counsellor who's able to open up, or areas that perhaps your friends or your spouse isn't able to do, that can actually bring you to a great place. And also, if you've got a church, if you have a faith as well, that helps. And for me, I believe in God, and my faith really helped me to be strong as well. And having, just a belief can really help, and it can help to ground you and keep you standing firm, even when you don't feel like it. At times you've got to set boundaries as well with triggers. Know what sets you off. So if you know that you've got maybe friends or acquaintances that really, we use a term, oh my gosh, that person really does my head in. But there are times when, you just can't. Don't be around them. Separate yourself from people that are not good for your mental stability. If you're not strong enough to deal with them, maybe they've got their own troubles and they're forever coming and just offloading their problems to you. You've got your own issues to deal with. You need to step away So know your boundaries, put some boundaries in place, that when you're going through those low times, that, you know, you just don't make yourself available to those people. And there are triggers that are conscious. There are choices that we make as well that are not good for our mental stability. And so, you know, you need to be truthful to yourself, you know, what is good for me and what isn't, and just make sure that you can stand strong in those boundaries. Or if you've got someone that you trust, you can say, listen, you know, if you see me doing this or going down that path, please tap me on the shoulder, wake me up, shake me, and remind me that, no, I don't want you to go back to that place. Remember when you were there before and how it affected you. Just don't go. And we do need people in our life that can be truthful and honest to us. Look at what's not working. If something in your life isn't working, for instance, you know, we go to work and we need to pay our bills, but sometimes even the work environment is not a healthy one either, and that can affect our mental health. So you've got to look at things that are not good for you and try and make adjustments. I know you can't just walk out of a job today, it's very hard, and walk into another one, but start looking for something else that is going to help you in the long run. If you're in a bad relationship as well and you're able to get out of it, you need to remove yourself from that situation, because that is not going to help your mental health. Listen, guys, this is just what I call real talk, and I really just wanted to open up some dialogue, open up a conversation, and just remind us all to look out for each other, and just to be nice to someone. Find someone, one person every day that you can say something really positive and helpful to. You know, whenever I see women, I'm not one of those jealous types of women that look at them up and down and can't say, look, you look amazing. If somebody looks amazing, if a woman looks amazing, I'm going to tell her, look, wow, I love that coat, or I love that top, or your hair is wonderful, you know, you're really beautiful. I'm not afraid to do that. And just one kind word can make such a difference to someone's mental state. Believe you me, you know, there are times when I'm feeling really down, really low, and sometimes I do say to myself, you know, God definitely got a sense of humour, because he always sends people to tell me, you look amazing, your hair looks great, or just, and I'm people that I've never met in my life. And I was in the shop the other day, and as I was coming out, this lady was walking in, and so I was minding my own business. Then she tapped me on the shoulder and she said to me, I just want to tell you this, that you are absolutely stunning. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, thank you so much, that's so kind. But, you know, I'm so grateful that she wanted to, you know, to give me some positive affirmation. And it cheered me up. It made me feel really good, and I smiled for ages. And you know, as women, we can actually make a positive effect on each other. Let's lift each other up and not pull each other down, you know. And that's all really that I want to say. Just be good to each other. Let's be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Recognize the triggers and get the help. And if you can be a helping hand to somebody else, please reach out. The song says, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if we can. And we can, I'm telling you, a kind word can go such a long way. Okay, listen, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.